Welcome to My Life on Coasters, where today I'm here at the Thorpe Park Resort for the first time in 2 weeks to check out the construction of HYPERIA. And the lift hill is at its tallest point now, the very top section. As soon as I turn you around, you're really just going to see this epic view of HYPERIA. So yeah, just parked up on the Thorpe Park car park then. Never had any problems here, used it a few times just when I'm going to Monk's Walk. Now, before I get over to HYPERIA and take a look at it in more detail, just thought I'd show you this brand new entrance sign and all the signage for the branding. Because this is starting to look awesome. Obviously you've changed their branding last year, so they've got to update all the signage and stuff. Now the park opens 2 weeks today. I will be here hopefully for the opening day, planning on visiting, but if any other rides plan on opening that day, I might change it, but hopefully I'll be here on the opening day of Thorpe Park. You've got all this, like, there you go, this sign that says thirsty, so I imagine that'll be like a water fountain. Got the security checks stuff. Got the massive Thorpe Park sign up there. That's great to see. Then if I continue to walk around here to get that epic view of HYPERIA, I am going to be heading on to Monk's Walk shortly. I'm not going to show you too much of me walking to Monk's Walk this time. You've seen that in my last video. Just showing you how to get down there. This looks insane. They've still got those flags on the lift hill. If you didn't know, they've got a German, Union Jack, and the Thorpe Park logo flags on the top of the coaster. Some more signage and stuff. Welcome. So you've got park entry ticket sales. That's quite useful. New signage. Oh, this has all been locked, this gate. That's interesting to see. So you can't even get sort of right to the entrance. We can still see though that screen is broken, so that's not going to get fixed. Do like all of the branding though. Oh, it's starting to look very fresh. I believe that gate's been painted up as well. Might be wrong on that one, but it sort of looked like new paint. Right, stand on this grass bank. It's always like the thing, as soon as I get out of the car and get down here to Thorpe Park, I can't stop myself from just running across here, or walking in this case, and checking out a view of the park. But this time it's a view of HYPERIA. Wow. And wow, here is that epic view, obscured by this tree annoyingly, but you can see HYPERIA over there. That is looking awesome. Got the rest of the park there. Can see like a cherry picker looking thing, or like a crawler thing. I'm not too sure what that is. That must be doing some work, possibly to Rush or Vortex or something. Saw is testing, the Swarm is testing over there. You can sort of see that. You should be able to. Just sending a train around there now, which is awesome. A lot more rides testing. I don't think Stealth's tested yet, but there is still 2 weeks to go. Although it is worth noting, I think there's some sort of buyout day on Sunday. I think it might be Blue Light Day or something like that, and that's only a week away. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm not going to spend all the time on this car park. I'm going to make my way about a 20 to 25 minute walk and get to Monk's Walk and get that epic view of HYPERIA. After about a 20-25 minute walk, I've made it down here to Monk's Walk then. You can't get the view or the lift hill that great at the minute, but I'm sure when I walk a bit further down there you will. I can actually hear a bit of work going on along here, but I'm not too sure what that is. I can hear Saw's lift hill working by the sound of things, or there is something like a chain. Unless that's something to do with HYPERIA. Oh my god, if I see something happening with HYPERIA, that'd be really exciting, but I don't think there is anything happening. I can hear something. Wow. Here is that view of the drop then. You can sort of get it a bit through there. I'll just raise the camera up and over the thing. You can really just see the massive size of HYPERIA there. And that lift hill, oh my god, it really is insane. the size of that. Coaster. Can't work out what that noise is though. I mean, obviously soon they're going to have to start installing the chain for HYPERIA. I'm not too sure how that will happen. I imagine they have to lift it in from the top, I'm not too sure. Yeah, so I've just been sort of admiring the coaster for a second there. I have noticed the two supports they're meant to be putting on up there haven't actually been put on yet. If you can see, there's sort of a finished one to connect the lift hill to those supports. They've still not been attached. I believe that was the one that loads of the construction team signed a few days ago. But yeah, they've still not been put on there. So technically HYPERIA isn't finished. I mean, the full track is. But as for supports, there is still 2 more to go in on there. I mean, now that lift hill's up, it just makes the stall look a lot smaller as well. I'll head down towards the station, see if there's anything new down there. Yeah, so as well as that then, you've also got the crane that was used. That sort of, it's not been removed from site, but it is sort of sitting in its lower position. I imagine that's because they've not done any work today. Yeah, I don't know if they are going to need it again. The only thing, oh, they are actually, because they've still got to put in the catwalks along the side of the lift hill. So yeah, they are going to need that chain. And I don't imagine any work like that is going to be done until Monday morning. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see this ride testing for quite a while yet. But I'll talk more about what I think timeframes are towards the end of the video. So yeah, I've just come up onto a grass bank then. You get a really nice view of the lift hill from here. You see the Thorpe Park flag at the top. Unfortunately, that seems to have folded sort of into the framework, so you can't see the logo anymore. Yeah, wow, it is an incredible view. I mean, Saul, that's testing all the time. I'll have a look, see if I can see anything going on at Samurai, because that's getting a full repaint. So yeah, sort of just a bit further down Monk's Walk then. You can sort of get a view of the back of the drop, and this is a really, really nice view here. Of sort of, you can really see this drop is just going to be so insane. I think this is going to be one of those crazy ride experiences, almost like Ride Happiness, where you sort of, you hit the brakes and you're wondering what just happened. Because obviously it is quite a short ride experience, but I don't think that's going to affect the enjoyment or how good this ride is. Seems to be some metal sort of trim on the station now. Yeah, I hope they theme that, because I hope they don't leave it like that, because it was looking a lot better before. Obviously you still got all the brake run and that. I've showed that in past updates, so I'm not going to spend ages looking at stuff like that. Going to have now a look at the maintenance bay now, because I really want to see if that looks like it's ready for trains. They've got signed in the station, I don't know what it is. Also, it'll be interesting to see how the trains for this arrive, whether they arrive all in one, or like Voltron's did, where you just had the chassis of the train arrive. I'm not too sure. I hope maybe it is just the chassis that arrive first. Maybe they'll possibly just test with like the train chassis, and then the seats will come later, because I don't think that's how Icon was built. But yeah, that'll be the exit for the ride, which will come out that doorway there. Right, I'm going to head down towards the maintenance bay now. Yeah, just walking along the maintenance bay. This is a really long maintenance bay. I can't wait to see these trains arrive. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they've arrived on site yet, but that'll be a bit of a... so I think that'll be quite a intense operation to put those onto the track. Here we've got this, here's the maintenance bay here. There's no shutter on this one. Yeah, or there might be, but it's up at the minute. So this is going to be like the place to get the views of the trains. Yeah, I don't actually think they're going to arrive around here, because there's no space to work really. But yeah, there's no track even in this part of the maintenance bay. I'm sure if I come a bit further along, I should get a view. Oh wow, and here's a view up the lift hill. So I'll get back to HYPERIA in a minute though. I've just got distracted by Nemesis Inferno testing. So I'm just going to have a look at that. Hopefully it'll test again in a second. Obviously it's only a week today until actual real Nemesis opens, so yeah. Yeah, so back down by Hyperia after a quick look at Inferno now. You can see the gold on the front of the station. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of it all being gold. I thought it would have quite looked nice just with the black box and the sort of gold accents, but yeah, I'm not sure what that noise is. I think it's a boat. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to put gold on the front or if they're going to put HYPERIA logo. I'd like to see that there, but I don't know at this moment. You've got the awesome view of the lift hill there and the outer bank out of the station. I can't get over how steep the lift hill is as well. You can see Samurai sort of over in the distance there. I can't quite see. Maybe the fence. Yeah, the fence has actually started to be painted that new red and black colour, but they've got to get on with that because yeah, it's scheduled to be open in just 2 weeks, and it's going to be like all red and black is Samurai now from that sort of blue colour. I don't think anyone's working on site today. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see when this does start testing and when trains arrive, when they install the chain. I mean, actually, looking at the chain, have they done something to it? I doubt it, but sort of got to just take a good look in there to see if they've installed it yet. I mean, I don't know how much of a faff it's going to be when they have to do that. You've got this sort of wood here. Tread on this to get some nice shots. Yeah, you've got these staff steps along the side there. Yeah. Yeah, looking down here at the brake run, you can see this is where all the electrics will be going as well in here. They've not been done yet, so I still think there's a very long time to go before we see this. I'm seeing May thrown around a lot online for opening time, sorry. Yeah, I mean, the Sun newspaper, they actually did something really funny the other day where they put on that it was opening on the 23rd. They also said it was going to be the longest roller coaster in Europe, so yeah, I'd definitely take that with a pinch of salt. Yeah, I mean, it's not happening. When I asked the park on Facebook, because at first I read this and I thought, God, they've confirmed it, but no, it's not opening on the 23rd of March, if you were wondering. Yeah, and that's basically it for my look at HYPERIA. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to walk back to, start walking back to the car, and I'm just going to sort of review the entire construction process, really, because it's almost starting to come to an end of like vertical construction. All we've got now is there's still stuff going to be happening, like the chain going in, trains arriving, testing, obviously then when the ride opens. But for vertical construction, that is it. Right, so I've just climbed up onto this bank now as I was heading back. Yeah, you get a really nice view of the overbank here. I think at some point when the park is open, I would like to come back to Monk's Walk, probably when HYPERIA is open, just to get some awesome off-ride footage and stuff and a different angle. But yeah, this turn here, I think this is going to be a really good part of the ride. As much as it is just a turn, I think you're going to pull a lot of force on that, because it's very tight and there's a lot of supports there, so I expect that's going to be, you're going to pull a nice sort of amount of G-force on there. Yeah, so I'm on the bridge now, where I'm going to start really talking in detail about when I think it's going to test, when I think it's going to open. Yeah, just my thoughts on the ride as I sort of walk back towards where we parked, which is again on the Thorpe Park car park. Yeah, I'll start off then with talking about a bit of a time frame for everything and with the ride. Now, I see April thrown about online. I don't think there's any way that's happening. I mean, considering with what, now with the 9th of March, the chain hasn't been installed, vertical construction hasn't quite finished, and there's still like catwalks to go up, the trains haven't arrived. Really, I'd say I'm expecting vertical construction to finish on around Wednesday or Thursday next week. So what is that, like the 13th or 14th of March? And then I'd say I'm expecting trains to arrive in the next two or 3 weeks. Probably by the time the park opens, I expect there'll probably be trains there. And I reckon the ride's probably going to start testing around early April. Now, as to how long they have to do testing, I believe they'll have to do a minimum of 10,000 test runs. That's what they've had to do with Nemesis. That's what I see thrown around a lot. Now, I believe that's going to take a few weeks to get all that done. Yeah, so I think with testing, everything, my guess for it opening is going to be late June or July. If I had to make a specific guess, I'd probably say maybe like the 23rd of July, just before the school holidays in the UK start. So that's my guess for when I think it's going to open. But yeah, everything coming out to Monk's Walk has been awesome for me so far. Like, I live around about an hour and a half away. I mean, today it took nearly 3 hours in total just because of traffic, and we stopped off. But yeah, I've been down here to Monk's Walk 4 times. I followed the project all from, well, 2021 really, when I was starting to become an enthusiast. I saw new ride at Thorpe Park. It's going to be insane if it happens. Then I remember waiting for planning. I'd come down here to the park, have a sort of peek over the fence. Then when planning got accepted, I mean, that was awesome. Yeah, and it's just been a really fun time seeing the full construction of this awesome project. Yeah, and I've really enjoyed coming down here to Monk's Walk when we've been seeing vertical construction, having like the soundtrack revealed back in August. That was great. We've had the name revealed. And yeah, really, I've seen this ride from like being mud to be footers to be like that big overbank. Then I saw the stalls, then the lift hill's gone in. Then today, where I've just seen full track completion on HYPERIA. Yeah, it's insane. I'm so excited to get on this ride. Yeah, now I will be down at the park on the 23rd of March for the opening day. I'm going to be filming a vlog then, and as well as probably another HYPERIA construction update if anything's going on, and just showing a lot of the views from inside the park in that video. So yeah, that'll be an exciting one. I'm excited to get back onto the park. But yeah, overall I've really enjoyed seeing vertical construction on HYPERIA. That isn't it for like the full construction, but as for like probably me coming down to Monk's Walk, this is going to be the last time, because I'm just going to go inside the park for most of my updates now. But yeah, that's all for this video. There's a lot more exciting stuff coming up on the channel. Got big sort of planned theme park visits. We're at Alton Towers next weekend for the opening day of Nemesis Reborn. So yeah, that's really exciting. I mean, I was just amazed watching Nemesis Inferno test back there after, well, basically all winter not seeing massive coasters go around. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.